Hey guys, Odin Wolf, and welcome to the Battlefield Hardline Open Beta. This is a video that actually got done, was supposed to be put out about 4 days ago, but you know what? I got too wrapped up in playing the game, didn't lay the commentary down like I should have, so this is where we're at, as Buddy Man takes a nice chrome bumper to the teeth. But anyway, got plenty of other footage coming out this week, lots and lots of good gameplay, funny moments, epic moments, you name it, I've got it. And we'll be having plenty of that out for you guys to check out. So anyway, here we are here playing some Hotwire, and of course the rockets, the small and the RPG, are now battle pickups, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. But hey, if not, now you're informed. So anyway, checking out the gas tanker here that's got an atomic blast radius of about 3 square miles. So if you're anywhere close to that thing, you're gonna die instantly. So just keep that in mind as well. And that leads me to one point I wanted to make quickly. And I'm gonna have a video coming up here in a few days, giving my overall impressions of the game, what I like, what I don't like, and what I think needs to be adjusted and changed. So I don't want to go into details too much here, but one thing I will make note of is that the gas tanker, it dies extremely easily, and there's really not much incentive to drive that point around on Hotwire mode. So, one thing that a lot of people have suggested is that, if you're driving that point, that maybe you should get extra points for driving it and score more points for your team, or of course, the other option would be to extend the durability of it, which I think personally, having it blow up like it is, it makes more sense because it's a gas tanker, as I get T-boned by it there. But, I don't think extending the durability of it makes much sense. But I think if it had much more of an incentive to drive it around, I think would make more sense. So, anyway, here, using the pump-action shotgun, which shotguns are OP, oh my god! No, which AK means they're useful now. So before we get any further in that, I just want to say that, yes, I am thoroughly enjoying pump-action shotguns. Yes, they may have a bit of an extended range compared to, well, actually, there's no comparison to Battlefield 4 shotguns with the way these are. So look at it this way, though. They're restricted to one single class, okay? Which the only alternatives to that class are the heavy machine guns, the Scar H or the H-Car. So you really don't have any, options there. And just, the way they were in Battlefield 4, nobody, I think, was used to actually being killed by shotguns, at least not repetitively. So just keep that in mind. Let's all keep our wits about us here. I don't want to go way overboard saying we got to nerf the shotguns and then they end up being useless once again. So anyway, back to Hotwire, aka Conquest on Wheels. I will say that I am thoroughly enjoying this game mode. Man, it is a blast. It's a ton of fun. I kind of had this feeling going into it that it would be, and it has not disappointed so far. Especially once you get some of the upgrades to the cars, which you'll see later on. I've got, I think I'm like level 58 or something now, and I've got several upgrades for the vehicles, including the stunt driver upgrade, as well as the mobile artillery, which gives you the RPG in the trunk. The junk in the trunk is like they like to call it. So that's a ton of fun. You get your friend to hop in the car with you, take the rocket, and just go to town on some enemy vehicles. But you can also have some fun with the breaching charges and the trip mines, just setting some traps, or when you're in a high-speed chase, if you got the C4, you can just drop it out and blow up the guys behind you, and it's always a ton of fun. Unless you're on the receiving end of it, which is not really fun, I guess. But anyway. And I know a lot of people have complained or had some negative impressions of the driving mechanics or the physics in this game. I will say, it's not perfect. This is not a driving simulator. This is not a Need for Speed / Forza. There's nothing like that. But compared to the mechanics of the vehicles in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, this is a giant step forward on the Frostbite 3 engine, I must say. So. At least look at it from that standpoint. It's maneuverable. You can still, especially once you get the stunt driver upgrade, like I mentioned earlier, and you start hitting that NOS button, sliding, drifting around corners. It's still a blast, man. It's a ton of fun. So like I said, it still could use some work. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a big step forward from what we had in the previous Battlefield games. And there's the SPAS 12, which suddenly has become a a semi-auto. It's supposed to be a pump action, but as you can tell from that clip there, you can pretty much spam this thing like a semi-auto. So I don't know if that's what it was intended to do or not, but that's where we're at right now. And we got C4 flying off the rails here, and we end up somehow shotgunning a guy out of the side of that car. But this is what I was talking about. You just, riding in the passenger seat of these cars, just chunking C4 out. It can lead to some pretty epic explosions and some pretty awesome moments. So one thing to keep in mind though, on some of these vehicles, I don't think a lot of people have it unlocked yet, and it's probably a good thing, but some of the higher level players you'll see may have the sabotage perk, where you can actually stick an explosive device underneath some of the cars, and I've had that happen to me at least once or twice. But like I said, there's not a whole lot of people that have that unlocked yet, thankfully. But that's just something to keep in mind when you go to pick up a car. And it seems to be on this map, a lot of people like to sabotage the A car, or the A spawn down there. So if you just take a look underneath the car before you jump in, you'll see it flashing. You can hear it beeping. You might want to just try to get rid of that before you hop in and kill yourself. So anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. Like I said, be on the lookout for much more gameplay coming up here in the next few days. I'm going to try to do another montage of sorts like I did for the first beta, and as well as some funniest moments with myself and the rest of the 90-something gaming crew. So anyway, I appreciate it very much. Let me know down in the comments your initial thoughts of the beta, if you're enjoying it. If not, let me know what you'd like to see changed, if anything at all. And like always, I appreciate all the support and feedback, and I hope you guys have a good one. I'll catch you next time. Thanks.